Quickly go across to Dinesh Trivedi, who's joining us, former Union Minister, in fact, on what has transpired on ground. Mr. Dinesh Trivedi, horrific pictures that have been seen from on ground in Kolkata as far as this Nabanna Abhiyan is concerned. On ground, we've seen lathi charge, we've seen misuse, allegations of misuse of police force and excessive use of force, if I can call it that. How do you look at these pictures, and how does this really, in fact, what does this say as far as the government itself and its tolerance of dissent in West Bengal is concerned?
Madhavji, I think this is a very, very sad day today. I have been involved in public life for many, many decades. I have never seen such a scene, excepting during the CPM regime and when we were in TMC. And I think this is a repeat of the same. And what is unfortunate that a peaceful protest, and rightly so. Today it is not a political party, whether it is BJP or other. It is actually the normal common people of West Bengal who have been totally frustrated, and they are on the street today. If you ask me, today BJP led the protest, which was joined by common people of West Bengal, because the kind of corruption and kind of violence which the TMC has perpetrated on the people. And if I can remind you, a year and a half back, why did I resign from Rajya Sabha when I had 5.5 years left? Precisely for this reason, because I could see what was coming, and I wish I was wrong, but unfortunately I have been vindicated. So it's a black day for democracy put together. Well, I can also take you back to the state election results. 4 states, 3 states BJP massive victory, no post-poll violence, no rigging in the booth, nobody got injured, nothing happened. But it's West Bengal. After TMC won, the Hindus were absolutely driven out of their houses.
Right.
Women were raped. So this is unfortunately the basic character of TMC. I'm unfortunately, I have to say that. So I think people have seen it all. And right. I wish today's day was not there at all.
But there is the other side which says that there were Karyakartas who took law and order into their own hands. They were setting vehicles on fire, indulging in arson, etc. There's another allegation also, Mr. Trivedi. There's another side as well.
They should intervene.
Yeah, Mr. Trivedi, my question is, the allegation is that there are Karyakartas, there are workers who are also engaging in arson and violence. So this was necessary to actually have this huge security deployment. Is the version coming in from the other side, that is the government side?
Yeah, so we have seen BJP is ruling so many states and the center. They have never been case where they have gone out. The people of West Bengal are peace-loving. And I can tell you, without any contradiction, there is no place for violence. When Naddaji's car was attacked, I was with TMC. And that's the time also I went on TV and said there is no place for violence. And I condemned that attack. So I would never support any violence, but having said that, who knows who are the people? In these kind of protests, I would not be surprised if the TMC goons themselves had joined the protest to do this violence. Everything is on camera. Let people know who did it. I am absolutely certain that BJP led absolutely peaceful protest march, which was announced days in advance. What would have happened if the administration had allowed the peaceful protests? I mean, you don't allow them all the way up to Nabanna, but somewhere near, at least 2 kilometers near, and that is where you could have stopped. But you went, the police went even 2 days before to the houses of the people and arrested them. I mean, as if you are fighting an enemy. Please understand, in politics there are no enemies in terms of your internal thing. We are all adversaries. We don't like your program. We have a right to protest on your corruption and absolutely incompetence of the government. Every citizen has a right. And today, believe me, Madhavji, the entire population of Bengal, they supported and they came out on the street in large number. If you see the cameras, they all poured. There were people all over. But entire police force, as if there was no other thing, important things in Bengal. Every police force, and what is most unfortunate, that the police have taken oath to protect the constitution. But today, I'm sad to say that quite a few of them behave like the cadre of the TMC, which is not their job. They are supposed to protect and they are supposed to be neutral. But today they were absolutely not neutral. And that's a sad day for democracy.
Mr. Trivedi, double standards is also something that is being highlighted by the BJP and others who are questioning the TMC on how it organizes and participates in protests and dharnas to save democracy in the national capital. But there is no tolerance, zero tolerance for dissent in West Bengal.
No, so that's why when somebody goes out to protest in democracy, and if that protest is non-violent, I didn't see lathis or anything in the hands of the protester. We are talking about 99.9% of the people who are protesting. They were peaceful and they had a right to do it. It was announced much in advance. And I have never seen this kind of brutality of the police. I mean, this is something like the British Raj, and this is not acceptable.
Absolutely. In fact, Mr. Trivedi, we're also, playing out visuals of how police vehicles were set on fire. The TMC is alleging that the intent of the BJP was always to only spread unrest and chaos. Meanwhile, we're also being told that women party workers who participated in the Nabana Chalo Abhiyan were beaten up by male cops. So clearly, there was a violation of the protocol as well.
There is no protocol, there is no democracy. I don't think so. They believe in these niceties. Even Shubhendu Adhikar, a woman police was touching his body and he had to say that, please, let a male policeman come to me. So I think there is just police, unfortunately, at the working level, have become cadre of the TMC. And once that happens, then the law and order has totally collapsed. And police has become totally partisan. This is, in a democracy, is not acceptable. And senior police people, I do not know where they were. Were they at all there in the seats? IPS means Indian Police Service. They are not supposed to be only serving the government or the family in West Bengal. They are supposed to serve the people of the country. Absolutely without any bias or without any partisan, in a neutral manner. I'm certain if the senior policeman had gone and spoken properly with respect, this scene would not have been there at all.
All right, Mr. Trivedi, thank you very much for talking to us, for giving us your time.